Hey class. So this is going to be a slightly shorter video than the last one. I'm just going to go over posting on our class blog. Normally I will probably tack this on at the end of a demo, but I wanted to make a special video just for this, just for the first time that you try it. So it's an easy thing to go back if you need to review. It's also really important that you guys do this at least once, hopefully twice, in the next couple of weeks. As you probably know this, but we have to do this like verification of enrollment thing, which is due by the 14th. Actually, you have a little while, but you have to do something in the class more than just log into Blackboard to sort of verify that you are enrolled. So this is an easy way to do that. If you make a blog post, I'll see it and I'll mark you, and that'll be good. It's also going to be part of your grade. It's the main way that I'm going to be grading participation for the class. So each week that we don't have an assignment due, you'll have a progress blog basically. It doesn't have to be really long. It doesn't have to be, a perfect example. It just kind of has to show that you're working on what we're doing in class. So you can show an example of your work. You might just have like links to stuff that you're looking at. You could write about some, interesting things that you were thinking about for your project. That'll be a way to kind of participate and also get some feedback. I can look at it and, tell you what I think and stuff like that. It'll be a good way to practice. Having a blog where you kind of document your work is a really good thing for designers and people in media to do anyway. So it's a good thing to get in the habit of. We're just going to go over that. So I'm going to start over on Blackboard just so you know how to find this, because you may not have looked at the class blog quite yet. So there's a link to this in this announcement page, but if you're looking for a link later on in the semester, just go to course information, and our class blog is this Open Lab site. So just click on this link and you will get to the class blog. Until you sign up for Open Lab and join the blog, you're not going to see something that looks like this. If you see basically, you'll probably see, let's go back for a second. So I'm going to log out. You'll probably see something that looks like this. So you'll see the Open Lab logo, but you'll only see these two buttons, sign up or log in. If you haven't signed up yet, just click on sign up and go through that process. If you need help with that, let me know. Should be pretty easy, but could be, sometimes there's technical issues. Anyway, I'm just going to log in because obviously I already have an account. Once you log in, you're going to see a different menu bar. And so you'll see some stuff like this, but you may not see everything that I see here. You may see my profile. You may not see these buttons over here. If you don't see those buttons over here, that's because you haven't added yourself to the class. So there's one more thing that you have to do. There's actually a link right here. So you can just click on that link. And what you'll see here, it'll say join. Under the class logo. When you join, it'll add you right here. I can see a few of you guys already have joined, which is great. Some of you even added some images for your avatar, which is awesome. It's fun to see that. I'm this drawing over here, which is from a Calvin and Hobbes comic, which is my favorite comic from growing up. But anyway, once you join the class, you can go back here, or you can click visit course site, and you'll see yourself down here as well. So you can see the blog authors who are able to add to the blog. So it's great to see that a bunch of people have already done that. If you haven't already done it, that's fine. We haven't even gotten really to the first week of class yet, so you'll do that this week. Anyway, once you sign up, you will see some new buttons, and one of them is this pencil, or actually we want first the plus, which allows us to create a new post. If you just click on it, it'll default to post, but you can also click the post button here. So when we create a new post in the blog, we just hit the plus button. If you've used blogging software before, this isn't going to be too confusing, hopefully. But I'm going to go over some of the basics. Let me switch my view. Okay. So you will see something that looks like this. You may not see this menu. So if you click on this little box here, you're going to see this menu. This is actually two different menus. One is for the post, and then this block menu is for individual parts of the post. You're going to get this little red message that says you have to make a category. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. So let's go to our categories in our menu. You can see there's categories for all of our assignments. There actually is not a progress or documentation. So let's just add a new category here. I actually don't know if you guys are allowed to do this, but you could try it. So we're going to call this weekly blog post. That's going to be the category for our weekly blog updates. And so now we have a category, our little red annoying warning goes away, so that's nice. And we can just collapse these menus by clicking on them or clicking on the arrows here. So now you can start to edit your post. So the first thing is always going to be the title of the post. You can really, write whatever you want. I'm going to say my self-portrait update. This is probably going to be your first post. So if you want to spend a little bit of time introducing yourself, feel free to do that. But what we really want to do is just post the image and, that we've been working on. You could post links to the images that you're using, or you could just talk about what you're thinking about for the self-portrait. So if you want to write, you can just start typing. That's the default. So I can say, for my self-portrait, I want to create a city scene where a pigeon and a lizard are hanging out. Just talk about whatever you're thinking about making. Can be long, it can be short, doesn't matter that much, but it's good to give some context here. And it's a really useful thing to have to create like an engaging personal blog where you can post your work. So now I just want to add an image. So if I want to add media, I click on this little block plus button, and then this gives me different types of blocks that I can add. It's kind of in a weird place. Let me see if I can't really scroll anywhere. Okay. So you can see the defaults are here, and one of them is image, but you can also search. So if you didn't see image, you could type image there and it'll come up. And then we add an image block and we can just upload. You can also actually drag and drop directly onto this, but I'm going to click upload and I'm going to go to documents and go to my MMP 100 folder, find my self-portrait folder. And here's that image that I exported at the end of our previous video. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to click open and it's going to upload it. It'll take a second and that looks pretty good. I can play around with some things here. Like the size and stuff like that, but I don't really need to do much here. And that looks good. If I wanted to add links to the images that I used, I can open up a new browser. Actually, I have those links written down, don't I? Let's go to the Finder. And I only saved one of them. I'll have to get the other one back. So I could say, here are the images I'm using. We don't have to do the full citation yet because this is just a progress blog. So I'll just post that image in. And if I want this to actually be a link, I can select this text and just click this link button. And it'll recognize that that's a link and it'll turn it into a link. I can also edit this and change the text if I want. And this advanced section, I can say open a new tab, which is something that I tend to do. So that's my first image. Let me see if I can just find that lizard image I used real quick. There it is. So I'll just grab that and paste it in there. And actually, this is a good thing to cover. Since I just pasted the image in without any text before it, it thinks I want to embed this URL, which is not what I want to do. It's going to look weird. So I'm just going to click convert to link. If you see that happens, that's actually a good thing to go over. So that's pretty much it. There's other things that we'll probably go over for more complicated posts, but that's the main thing that you need to do. You can click publish. It's going to ask you if you want to do it again, and we can. You can also preview before you publish if you want to, but it pretty much looks like what you think it's going to look like. So I'm going to click publish, and then I'm going to click view post. For this one, you're done. I'm going to get a notification about this. I'll check you off and you'll be good for this assignment. So you don't need to submit this on Blackboard. In a couple weeks, when we submit our first Blackboard assignment, I'm going to go over that in a video, but we're going to copy this link. We're going to take all our files and we're going to dump it into a Blackboard assignment. But for now, just make a post and you're good. And the nice thing about this, there's a couple things to point out. One is that people can comment. So if you really like one of your fellow classmates' posts, feel free to write a comment there and post it. That'll be fun. But the thing that's also nice about this is it's organized. So if you want to see all the posts that you wrote, you're going to see your name here. Just click on your name. Right now I only have one post, but in the future you're going to see all the posts that I've written for the blog. So that'll be a good way to see all your progress throughout the semester. The other thing is the category. So since this is a weekly blog post, you'll see all the weekly blog posts by the different authors in that category. So that'll be an easy way to see what everybody's working on for their projects. So it's very simple. It's nice and organized. There's also this post link up here where your post will get added. And so that's really all you have to do this week. Start working on Photoshop, get an image, and post it on the blog. Once you do that, I will see that notification. You just need to make sure to do this, before we get the VOE deadline for sure. And so if you have any trouble with that, let me know, and we can get you up to speed on that. That's it for this video. So see you guys in the next video, and just let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help with.